So you just started playing DBD and you loaded into Hawkins and you just circled the same room 5 different times on accident while on a quest for a generator. Don't you worry, my friend. I'm going to give you a nice map and we're going to take a tour of one of the unhappiest places on Earth, Tindiana! First off, we're going to discuss the easiest gens to find and why you should save them for last. That would be the upstairs generator just above room 6 on the map and the lab on the other side of the map. Both gens are single man gens and they are in phenomenal locations. The upstairs gen can be risky against a stealth killer since they can sneak right up on you and yank you off the gen. Any killer can body block you in there, and upstairs is not the best for looping. It's a very vulnerable spot to be in. However, in order to get to you, the killer needs to have leg day and take those steps upstairs to go check it, which takes a lot of precious time. When you're down to 1 or 2 gens, this can buy enough time for the rest of the team to hammer out the remaining gens in the downstairs, while the killer has to go up and down those steps to check the gen's progress. Keep in mind that a lot of survivors will take get a room very seriously and take the killer upstairs to get pounded into the ground, since the killer has to take a lot more time with them there. Likewise, the lab, aka the butthole room, is up some stairs, and unless the killer has the range to hit you, you can literally sit on that gen, and if the killer comes up, then you just sit and mind game at that vault location until they finally come to crush your soul harder than X-Men 97. Again, the killer has to go up the stairs and then deal with your survivor shenanigans, which will buy precious time for the last 1 to 2 gens to get hammered out. If you do this one early, then the killer can just circle the halls with little to no obstacles in the way and makes for an easy patrol. Now for the reason why everyone is here. All of the other gens. So having loaded in and out of this map over and over again, we notice a few things. You have the butthole gen and the upstairs gen, but the other ones tend to spawn at 2, 5, 7, and 10, with one sitting in one of the middle rooms. So if you spawn in the butthole room, leave that gen alone and either take a right to head to 10 or a left to head to 2. 10 is pretty consistently in that corner. If you hang a left, 2 is pretty consistently in the corner, but if you don't see it, then go up and check either in the exit gate on the left or inside the large room labeled 3 and 4 on the right. If you're in a pickle and you don't know if you're at 2, if you see that stair ladder vault outside of the butthole room, then you are moving towards 2. Rooms 5 and 7 are on either side of the stairs. Room 5 is next to where the basement spawns, and the generator is almost always in the corner outside of it. In the event that basement spawned in lab, then look for the middle roll-up door under a stairwell, and you'll know you're next to 5. If you don't see it in that corner, it likes to mimic Gen 2's alternative spawns, so it can pop up in the exit gate or in the long room labeled 3 and 4. Room 7 is at the other side of the stairs with the pallet that spawns with a little pile of junk. The generator spawns in the hallway outside and inside room 7. The final gen is somewhere in the middle. I've seen it spawn at bot mid, which is the room directly below the stairwell. If it's not there, keep traveling through mid, since it likes to spawn in the mids or on either side of the mids, wedged between the long room of 3 and 4 or the other long room 8 and 9. Generally speaking, you can look for some of the big doors in the middle for gen location clues. Sometimes you'll see a door quivering like the butt cheeks of a Myers fan when Michael is out in his onesie. Usually there is a generator inside that room or very close by. With this in mind, you can technically avoid the entire middle section of the map and focus exclusively on the 4 corners and the butthole and death closet upstairs, with the intention of keeping the butthole and death closet gens for the end so that the killer has to deal with 2 gens on opposite sides and both of them upstairs. If you still struggle with gens on Hawkins, I've got 2 recommendations for you. First, Deja Vu. I can't recommend this perk enough. It helps you break up 3 gens with a boost of speed whenever you sit on those highlighted gens. Second, I would recommend just doing a custom match, pulling up the map and just running around this map. If you can get to the point where you can recognize rooms 2, 5, 7, and 10, you can get around with very little issue as far as generators go, and then you can take your time adjusting to the middle of the map. Does it mean that you will be excited to load into Hawkins, unless you're running balanced landing? No, that place is a hellscape. Good luck out there, kids.